Yeah, I do want to say what my plane ride from hell was, and it was part of WWE, and I'll share this with you. We were in, and you'll appreciate this because you're Canadian. We were in New Brunswick doing, or we were in Canada, but we were finishing our last show in New Brunswick, and I was working Randy Orton actually that night. This is before Randy, he was just developing, and they actually, it's funny, they stuck Randy with me to kind of take care of him when we were in Canada. So I was kind of showing him around, just he was kind of under my wing, I guess, so to speak, right? He was a real young kid then, like probably in his early, 21, 22. Anyway, we're in Canada. We had good matches, Randy and I too. Had good dance partner. We flowed, everything flowed well. Wish we would have an opportunity to really work together, later down the road. I guess they say never, right? Never too late. You never know. But anyway, my point is so they came to all of us before we were heading back to the States because we had Raw, I think, in New York City or somewhere on the East Coast. I think it was New York, Madison Square Garden. Maybe New Jersey. It was one of those northern East Coast towns or cities, and they said there's a snowstorm coming in, a blizzard snowstorm. So, like if your match, if you had 8 minutes, get it done in 5. Everyone was cutting their time to go home early so we could get on the charter and get back to the States to beat the storm. Well, everyone, cut their matches early and we got on the plane all right, but we end up mistiming something and we end up getting caught in the storm, in the air, on the way, probably a couple hundred miles out, maybe an hour outside of landing. And it was brutal, man. I don't know if you've ever had, you've probably flown quite a bit, you've had some experiences, but, I've flown my whole life. I don't recall ever being that freaked out. I thought, like, this really could be it. Like, you're going to, the world's going to read about the WB roster went down in a plane and that's it, because the wings were just bending and just, it was just bad turbulence. That was a plane ride from hell. It went on for like 40 minutes straight. It wouldn't let up because, you hit turbulence for a while. It's like, okay, this kind of sucks, but you get through it, right? But this thing just wouldn't stop. And I'm looking at the wings outside and they're like bending. And I'm like, these things, how are they even staying up? These things are going to snap off any minute. And it's pretty bad when Big Show is right in front of you and he's just like got his head buried in the front seat and he's just like, I guess he must have been praying or something because he was freaked out, man.